First, buy the right motorcycle. If your reach to the bars is problematic from the start, that's not good. This is John Del Vecchio, author of Cornering Confidence and riding coach at the Street Skills Motorcycling School. The Street Skills Moto Show focuses on the most fun part about riding, the corners. I'll be sharing highlights from my book, situations that come up in my courses, and I'll even break down my own personal motorcycling experiences. Please subscribe and click on the notifications bell below to get the latest videos first. I really like digital media, like websites, e-news, digital magazines, but I'm still a sucker for regular print versions of motorcycle magazines, and these are just some of the ones that I get sent to my house every so often. In addition to the magazine content, I'm really drawn to the advertisements. I'm a consumer of motorcycle products. My education and career are related to marketing, and I find the posture and body position of the riders interesting. It's clear from what I see that body position is chosen more often to sell a product or create a vibe versus what I would call proper. A trend that stood out to me in a recent issue was arm positioning. First off, let's start with this Climb jacket ad. This body position shows the product perfectly, but I'd suggest a little bit more bend in the arms, but then the jacket wouldn't be positioned very well from an advertising perspective, right? Riders can have stiff arming problems on a motorcycle. A sport bike is probably the most difficult to get the arms right due to where the grips are placed. The first reason why you want to get the arm positioning correct is for comfort. If your arms are straight, your elbows are locked in this position, it could cause fatigue and even pain. So we want to get those arms loose and level. Number two, control. When we have our elbows locked like this or our arms very straight, it makes it more difficult to isolate our actions on the handlebars for more precise steering and better leverage. Number three, vibration canceling. When a motorcycle goes down the road, the front wheel sort of looks for traction and it causes this shaking tendency. If you're gripping really hard, your arms are straight, it transfers that vibration back to the rider and can cause subtle disorientation and mental stress. Number four, weight distribution. If our elbows are locked and our weight is pushed forward on the front suspension, it can cause it to operate less than ideally. Next up, we have this KTM ad, and you can see Beyond the Basics suggests advanced riding. Ready to Race suggests aggressive sport riding. Power is everywhere written in this copy. And these things do describe the KTM brand very well and speak to its target market. However, it can be difficult to get arms right on ADV bikes like this. I had a V-Strom and my arms just didn't fall right. I either had to lean forward or straighten my arms out, and I did find some solutions for that we'll get to a little bit later, but this rider has a different problem. If we take a look at this rider, although his arms are bent, he seems to be leaning forward in an aggressive position for sport riding, where truthfully, we should have a more relaxed body position in the twisties. Leaning forward, though, really isn't the issue with this particular rider, but intense, stiff arms. Tense, stiff arms result in tense, stiff hands and shoulders. Try this. Tense up your elbows and arms like this rider and try to make fine muscle movements while keeping your upper body from moving. Then relax and see the difference. I can make fine manipulations of that handlebar. This is a great body position for creating an exciting feeling, though, that's for sure. The third example is an advertisement for Metzler tires. I'll call this the ape hanger ad. You've ridden a long way. That means, hey, you have experience. You know what you're doing. He's the leader of the pack. We can see that because there's bikes behind him and in the mirror. We can see him in the back of his helmet, the other motorcycles following him. It says, now ride farther. That tells you you're going to get more mileage out of these tires. You're going to do a lot of riding, it's going to suggest. But you're probably not going to ride very far with this arm position here. Artistically, the arms here frame the scene just right. But while ape hangers look cool, they don't put your arms in the best position for control. Comfort is something that is very relative. However, these arms don't look very relaxed or falling normally, so that could be tiring if you were actually going to ride in this manner. But I suspect this isn't a photograph, but a drawing, so we can let that go. Excess forward weight and vibration don't really seem to be as relevant here with this type of setup. Finally, we have our always sensible and practical V-Strom rider with what I consider the best example of proper cornering arm position. To be fair, this is the only example in this video to actually be photographed in a curve. Let's take a closer look. We can see that the rider's right arm is positioned in a way that works with the motorcycle instead of fighting its tendency to follow the curve. The arm is bent, and in this case, properly pointing down as the rider kisses the mirror. Overall, in my opinion, this rider has a fantastic sport touring cornering posture. So if you want to take a look head to toe to model what you're doing out there on the street, this would be a good example for us regular guys getting out in the twisties. Here are some solutions to the arm positioning problem. First, buy the right motorcycle. If your reach to the bars is problematic from the start, that's not good. But if you just gotta have a certain model, and I get it, certain models just grab you. I have found that risers work to either bring back the bars or raise them up, or a combination of both. When I had that problem with my V-Strom, I bought a set of Rox FX risers. They were reasonably priced, and they positioned my arms nice in a loose and level position. There are many other brands out there for basically any make and model you can name. They can be expensive, but they're well worth the money when you want more comfort, control, vibration canceling, and weight distribution benefits. Comment below with any products or solutions that you have found to improve your arm positioning. And if you were just blown away by how cool this video was, like, dislike, subscribe, share, or comment. Also, you can preview my book, Cornering Confidence, at the link below. You can follow me on any one of the big social media sites. Thanks for watching.